Hi everyone, this is Dr.KatherineT.Kelly, and I am wondering, how easy is it for you to love yourself? And I know that's a huge question, and usually it hits people smack in the eyes. This is the toughest challenge, I think, of the human condition, is learning to love yourself. And what does that really mean? During my annual Color My Soul workshop and retreat that I did online this year, we're talking about how in order for us to evolve, in order for us to really move forward, we have to love ourselves enough to do so. And one of the people said, boy, how does a person do that? And so we had this long conversation about how that happens and what it means and what you do and what you don't do. And, years ago, and I tell this story in my book, and I tell this story kind of when I'm talking to folks in general about self-love. But years ago, I really was pondering this whole idea of, gosh, why is it that we reincarnate? Why is it that we keep doing the same things over and over again? Why is it we have to keep learning the same lessons over and over again? And I know it's because we have to learn more. But secondly, I was just digging deeper to go, okay, but why? What is the core of this? And as I was pondering this and really doing that soul searching and digging in, I realized, and ask yourself this question as you watch this video, but what situation, what condition, what challenge under the human condition is not related to self-love? And what I mean by that is, as a therapist who's been doing some sort of mental health work for 32 years now, I really was looking back and thinking, wait a minute, so self-esteem issues, confidence issues, assertiveness issues, most relationship issues, body image issues, we could just, alcohol and drug issues, we could just keep listing the kinds of concerns that basically are, the core of it is based in a lack of self-love. So if you really think about all of the things you are challenged by under the human condition, if you go to the core of that, it's based in a lack of self-love in one way or another. Now, this could be eating issues. This could be, I mean, I could just keep listing all of the different concerns that are based, and I go blue in the face because I'd have to keep talking of all of the things that are based in a lack of self-love. And with February being about love, I think most people look at external love. They look at how they love their partners or their spouses or their girlfriends or boyfriends. They or how they're being loved. And yet the biggest challenge is, do we love ourselves? And again, I don't want to sound like Hallmark commercial or Hallmark card, but if you really think about what your biggest struggles are under the human condition and go to the core of those concerns, you're going to find some way that that is related to a lack of self-love. So one of the other things I explain about how to get to the core of that is that every emotion is based in one of two kinds of emotion: love or fear. And all positively charged emotions are love-based, and all negatively charged emotions are fear-based. Now, I'm not judging emotions when I say positive or negative. I'm saying, is it a positively charged emotion like happiness or joy or excitement or exhilaration? Or is it a fear-based reaction like fear or anger or crankiness or irritability or control, need for control, or we can go on and list. But if you think about anything that we deal with as being a positively charged or a negatively charged emotion, so love-based or fear-based, there's still something at the core. There's something that both of those things lead down to. And basically, at the core, it's a lack of self-love. So that's where we have to go with whatever we're challenged with, and whatever it is that we're having a hard time getting past, we have to look at, how am I not loving myself? Now, again, February is the month of love, but I think it's more important to look at self-love as your cue to do your internal work. And most of us resist doing our internal work because it's hard work. But I want to throw this out there to you as you really think about how you can evolve, how you can move forward, because this is what this is all about. Boy, I could talk for hours about this because it is so intense and so complicated for us to learn to love ourselves. People think it's selfish to love yourself. So people think it's impossible. People think that as long as you love yourself, you're not taking care of someone else. And so these are all messages we've been given over the years that are not healthy and are not helpful in our evolution. So we have to break down and dismantle a lot of those false assumptions that if we love ourselves, somehow we're being a bad person or a bad soul. So I want you to really kind of think about that and see how your lack of self-love plays a part in your own evolution or lack thereof evolution or evolution. So just something to think about. Now, for many of you who are wanting to learn about soulmates or life mates or twin flames or twin souls, I am doing my Facebook Live tonight at 7:30, and I would love to have you join me to take part in this conversation, because there's a lot of ideas about who these life mates are or soulmates are that really are kind of romanticized and really not very realistic. And I want to help people understand what the difference is for each one of these, because each and every one of the souls that are in our life are here to help us evolve, but we only evolve if we're working on self-love at the same time. So that's where all of this weaves in, and that's where I think it's really important to look at self-love in addition to how other people love us. So I would love to have you join us. Again, we're going to be meeting on Facebook Live and also on Zoom at 7:30 this evening. So keep your eyes peeled for that and come join in with that conversation. But also, we're going to talk more about self-love tonight, and I will be able to ask your or answer your questions a little bit more. So feel free to come back. I hope you are doing well. Hang in there with this weather. We are right at the peak of Mercury being in retrograde. So if people are kind of still feeling a little rough around the edges, I know I did not sleep very well last night. I think it's the energies were just intense. So we've got some things shifting around, and it's time for us to ground ourselves again. So hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you a little bit later at 7:30, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.